So this morning we are off to do our visa renewal, our border run. Come along with us today to see what we get up to and see the full journey of crossing over from Nicaragua to Costa Rica and then back again to Nicaragua. So Freddie, just before we leave, what do we need for the visa run this morning, paperwork-wise? I'm just making some last-minute snacks before we go because it is sometimes a long day at the border, so it's good to, just to have supplies, especially with a toddler. I'm sure lots of you know, never to leave the house without any food. In the back. Good boy. So we are off on our trip and we are going to be sharing with you exactly what you will need today paperwork wise and also showing you what it looks like at the border in 2023. The border run now?
We have done it 4 times.
4 times, okay. And most of the times we've done it, we've been crossing from Costa Rica to...
We've done it from Nicaragua.
Yeah.
We've done it from the Costa Rican side 4 times.
4 times. And most of the times have been okay, haven't they?
There's always been something bad.
It's always been something.
There's always been something.
Sí, entonces tú te estás un tiempo.
Sí.
Sí, anda dejando unos chicos.
So we have just gone through Nicaraguan immigration and we are heading to Costa Rica immigration now. It's always quite easy paying the exit tax in Nicaragua and walking across. It's often the other parts that take longer. So we're just standing in line now to go through to Costa Rica immigration. I didn't manage to film much in the other part, in the Nicaraguan side. I'm not sure, filming in a government building, I'm not sure about that. We're just waiting now to exit Costa Rica. It all went smoothly coming into Costa Rica and there was a bit of a queue, but it looks like the queue is mostly on this side. Unfortunately, I'm sure most of you want to see the passports being stamped and everything, but unfortunately we can't film that part, I'm afraid guys. But we're trying our best to get as much footage for you. Hello! Theodore! So we've just gone through Costa Rican customs and we have stamped out of Costa Rica. We are now in no man's land in between borders, and we have about a 5-minute walk to Nicaraguan immigration, and hopefully we don't get stuck behind a massive busload of people and the queue is nice and short. We're done, guys, we are all done. We got our passport stamped and we are heading back to the car. In total it took us 2 hours to do, no, 1 hour and 40 minutes. It's been pretty short actually. And yeah, it all went well. We just crossed through Nicaraguan immigration and they gave us 90 days on our visa. They asked us where we were living. We told them, and it's as simple as that. Let's go get a coffee. You'll notice walking down here, if you've just crossed through into Nicaragua, that everyone's trying to sell you something, everyone's trying to get you to get in their taxi, and it definitely can feel quite exhausting. You just have to keep pushing through and saying no thank you, no gracias. Hola. So we bumped into our taxi friend Simon, who you may have seen in the last video, but he works up here most days, and for a lot of these taxi drivers they just wait until it's their turn to drive up to the border and collect, hopefully someone there that needs collecting and taking to the beach town.
No, it's fine. Hey, there you go. Hey. Hey. Your favorite, Molly, ice cream. Your favorite.
Teo es de la familia, de los grandes de la
Hi, kiddo.
Wow, look at all these handmade. So we're now in the duty-free shop and you can get things here quite reasonable prices, like dairy milk chocolate, which you probably can't find anywhere else but in the duty-free. We have found some really nice coffee here in this shop, so we will be buying it now with the dollars left over from the border run.
Okay, ahorita voy a hablar con él.
And here is our car. Back at the car.
Sí, señor, sí, señor. Yo le
Are you looking forward to going home, Theodore?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Adios!
So we're done. We are finished with the border run. It was actually really easy today. There was nothing that I can say that went wrong. I will get home and talk you through the steps about what you need to take and how long the process takes and all of that, but for now we just need to get this little baby home. The biggest hazard when you are coming up to the border is the sheer amount of lorries that are coming up here. So yeah, you do have to watch out for them when you're walking along the road, because a lot of this isn't a lot of the border run you have to walk up along the road. So yeah, there's a lot of lorries everywhere and people. But if you've been to Central America, that is nothing new. arrived on our track to get home, and it's a little treat that Theodore gets to sit with Daddy on the track. Dada! We made it back home. Good to be home. We're all home, guys. I'm just gonna hop in the shower and get Theodore down for his nap, but then I'm gonna fill you in on exactly what you need to know about crossing the border and the paperwork you're going to need. So as of this video being uploaded, the border crossing process has become much easier. We were doing it from Costa Rica to Nicaragua during the coronavirus times, and the paperwork was endless. It was never ending. But none of these paperwork procedures exist now. So I'm talking to you about what it's like crossing the border in 2023 without any of these restrictions. Okay, so what do you need? You need your passport, obviously, some US dollars, your exit tax from Costa Rica all paid, and proof of onward travel from Costa Rica. Right, let's break this down a little bit. So let's start with the cost. To exit from Nicaragua, you need to pay $1 municipality tax and a $3 exit tax for a total of $4. You pay the $1 as soon as you enter the building and the $3 at the immigration desk. When you re-enter Nicaragua after leaving Costa Rica, you need $13 entry tax and a $1 municipality tax for a total of $14. So on the Nicaraguan side, you need a total of $18 per person. It is useful to have these like in small notes, including $1 bills, as change is sometimes not available or can take a while to receive it. It's also worth noting that you can pay in Cordoba. This is allowed, but to avoid problems, it's just easier to pay in dollars. Right, on to the Costa Rican side. You only need to pay a departure tax. This can be paid at the border, but the cost increases. It is recommended that you go on the website run by Banco Costa Rica, and you can pay the exit tax there. It is $8 per person, and they will send you through an email receipt. We will leave a link in the description for you guys. One thing, guys, to be aware of is that it is essential that you have proof of onward travel from Costa Rica when you enter. If you do not have an airline ticket or bus ticket or something similar, you will not be allowed to enter. They are really strict on this, okay? So you will need proof of onward travel. Sometimes to be aware of is that a flight from a different country such as Panama or Nicaragua does not constitute proof of onward travel. Good thing to know. We have seen people with flights from Panama being denied entry as the flight does not depart from Costa Rica. The entry cost per person, including the fees in Nicaragua and Costa Rica, come to $26 per person, $18 on the Nicaraguan side and $8 on the Costa Rican side. I just thought I would say thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. It really does mean a lot to us, and I really enjoy sharing like little snippets of our life out here. And I know Freddie and I are really grateful for all your lovely comments and the likes, and if you guys subscribe, that's even better, so thank you so much for all of that. And yeah, thanks for bearing with me while I rambled away about the border run, but I think if you are looking to do it, it's important to hear it from someone. And yeah, sorry I had to read off my phone some of the notes there, but it's a lot to remember, and yeah, hopefully you guys understand. So this dish is usually eaten on a Sunday out here in Nicaragua, and they prepare it in a lot of different places, but we got ours from our friend Simon. Wow. And in here is maize and vegetables. Let me just do a taste test. That's really nice. It's really delicious. So I'm going to wrap up this video here and enjoy my lunch. Thank you so much for joining us along the border crossing. And yeah, I really look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye guys.